What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and today we look at DSP running off yet another whale. He's lost 1 Minute Man, King Be Cool, BITW Awesome, and now Jordan. That is right, Stardew Valley supporter Jordan. We're also going to look at something very dumb that DSP has said and done that includes laundry. And of course, we're going to have the Street Fighter 6 Salt and him being an absolute idiot in Stardew Valley. But first, it looks like we know who DSP is going to support in the upcoming election. As the guest speaker at the Republican National Convention was none other than Hulk Hogan. Well, let me tell you something, brother. As I pull those Hogans and I pull myself, I'm voting for you, brother. Then we get to this from Duty, where he shows Jordan DMs Duty and starts talking to him because he has questions, because he's a newcomer to DSP streams, and at first I thought this was OIC, but this is starting to look more and more like an actual different person. So Duty and Jordan went back and forth. Duty showing him evidence of WWE champions because that's what Jordan's asking about. Apparently he has questions about WWE champions. He's taking this seriously. He doesn't want his money to be wasted like that, as he feels he's being taken advantage of by Phil, and he does want to support him. So Jordan told Duty he is no longer supporting DSP. He's not going to get another penny from him. So we'll see how this goes, because we have an update on that later on directly from DSP. Then we get to the pre-stream, and DSP starts it off talking about Street Fighter, and he says, and apparently DSP is now telling people that people should not watch videos on how to beat Bison and how it's bad. Now that he's playing the character, now that the character's OP, he doesn't want people watching videos of how to beat them because he doesn't want people to beat him. Now keep in mind, this is the same guy who every single stream said, guys, I watched videos last night from the top players. I watched a strategy, I'm going to apply it today. But you know, everyone else, that's bad and shouldn't do it. But DSP, the king of hate, hell yeah, brother. Then he started talking about DSP Throwback and how he started putting up Dante's Inferno playthrough. And he hyped it up. It was some great mythical playthrough that he finally put on YouTube. And then someone asked him about replaying the game now that he can actually play it on YouTube. And DSP said, why would I play Dante's Inferno again? Who cares about Dante's Inferno in 2024? And this is right after he hyped it up on DSP Throwback. Then, in a move that will upset Steve of the Dead, we have Phil giving medical advice on bad backs and the problems that he has with his bad back. Plus, we also get Jasper chewing on wires.
Advice for someone who recently pulled their back? Basically, man, it's rough. When you have a bad back, it's very hard to relieve it because even if you're sitting down, it's still uncomfortable, especially if like if you hurt a disc rather than just a muscle. That's the worst, because like there's really no comfy spot. For me, when my disc was at its worst, I just had to find a way to negate the pain in my mind, because it was just constant pain. It's like, dude, what do? You can't even think straight because you got fucking wincing pain every moment, you know? I would definitely say anti-inflammatories. NSAIDs, they call them. That's great. Those will help. Jasper, what are you doing? Please don't attack the wire. Hey, Jasper. Hey, Jasper Kitty. Why are you doing that to that wire? Don't do that. Here we go again. How did I get a slipped disc? It wasn't slipped. It was severely herniated, and no one really knows. It's not like, oh, I got into a bad accident or something. It's just something that happened over time. And then all of a sudden, I started getting severe shooting pain up and down my legs, but it wasn't the same leg. Sometimes it would be one leg, sometimes it was the other leg. So you know it has something to do with the disc, and you're right. And then sometimes I got bad numbness where I'd try to walk and I couldn't even feel anything. It was like pins and needles or nothing. That's obviously not good. And then I started having like, Jasper, don't bite that wire. I started having, what do you call it? Like spasms. Don't do that. Don't chew that wire. Stop that right now. Stop that now. Don't do that. Don't do it. I know it's a nice wire. It's a purple wire. It's my joystick wire. Don't chew it. Don't chew my $400 joystick wire, Jasper. Jeez. Jasper, I just said don't do that. Stop that right now. Not chew that wire. Leave it alone. No, I never had any issue with my toes. Jay Stan says, my lower back hurts sometimes and my toes occasionally go numb during pain. Was that what you experienced? No, I never had any issues with my extremities. It was shooting pain down, like, from my lower spine through the back of my legs. Either one. And it would be like nerve pain just shooting through. And the numbness would actually be in the leg and back there. So when I'm walking, I'm getting like pins and needles like in my legs. I never had like numbness in the toes. No, that did not happen to me. I'm wondering, numbness in toes, that could be a few things. That could be nerves. That could be like blood circulation, right? Could be. You're not getting enough circulation in your extremities. That could be a different thing. I don't know. Checkup. If you're having issues getting numbness in your extremities, you absolutely should get a checkup. You could have a blood clot forming. You could have a blood clot forming and not, you know, that's a bad sign. Absolutely, you should. If you have any kind of pain and numbness and it's chronic, meaning it's not just a one-off thing and goes away, but if it's repeating itself, you should see a doctor for sure.
Then DSP went on to say that his wife prepared a bunch of burritos for him for breakfast, but then said he had to nuke them because they were frozen. So basically this is one of two things. Either they DoorDash burritos and he just put them in the freezer, or they bought frozen ones from the store and she put them in the freezer. Now keep in mind, he does have, I believe, 3 air conditioners in his house plus multiple fans. And then DSP says he needs even more fans to push the air downstairs from his 3 air conditioner units. He discovered this yesterday while standing in the hallway and couldn't feel the cool air anymore. Then he went on to display how he was standing in the hallway, but it was all off camera so no one could actually see him. What a jackass.
As I was standing right over here in the hallway yesterday,
and then he keeps doing this Phil's Day Off segment, but he has nothing to talk about. He started off by saying, I did a lot of stuff yesterday, but I can't tell you most of the stuff because it's personal. Great way to start the best stories on YouTube, according to Phil. Well, let's see what his day off consisted of. Ordered food and ate special tuna. Hopefully that's not code for anything, if you know what I'm saying. They watch more Discovery Channel shows. He can't tell you anything, it's personal. And then he had an issue with the laundry, as Jasper this morning threw up and he said Kat was already gone so he had to do it, implying that if she was home, she'd be forced to clean this up. And then he goes on to quote, when my wife does laundry, she has to stay there and watch it constantly for an hour to 2 hours to make sure it works properly. You know, just like he does with his YouTube uploads. And then he was constantly checking back and forth his laundry and even told people, your responsibility is to remind me in 15 minutes to go check on the laundry. And we have this from Otter. DSP had to go down to check the washing machine again. He soaked the floor reloading it. He used paper towels to dry it up as opposed to an actual towel. No wonder they have so much waste and unnecessary expenses. Then DSP went on to say that tomorrow night, he's doing another lobby with Brian. And Danny puts this out. Top tier rated. Phil said in his daily rap, you're streaming Street Fighter with him tomorrow. Is this true? And Brian responds with, yep, a few people have asked for it. So yes, I am. Now he did go on to say that he talked to detractors and he's going to take some of those conversations, some of those questions that detractors have and ask Phil about it on stream. So this should be a fun stream and maybe the last stream with Brian. And then we get the Street Fighter 6. So let's see how he did in the game before we talk about how support was.
wow, good master points on this guy.
Round 1. Fight.
Of course. I tried mine and I must have missed the button. Couldn't block. That's gonna hit me. His fireball stuff level 1 supers down. Damn it. I knew he was gonna do that too. Tried to parry! No parry! Come on! Can't block! I'm done! I'm done because the game doesn't block. Get the fuck out of here! I have him beat! I had him beat. The game's full of shit. It won't fucking block. What a piece of shit game, man. What a piece of shit.
And as you saw on the screen there to the right in chat, Jordan, yes, the real Jordan, mocking OIC, mocking the other people. And guess what happened after that? Ban, 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 ban. Gone. Forever. You talk about DERICH, you talk about OIC, you're gone, buddy. However, the Jordan story did not end there. And we will pick that back up on Stardew Valley. But in Street Fighter 6, he had very low support and he was freaking out and being condescending with his head up his ass. And he starts off by getting a $4 tip. And he says, if you can believe it, a $4 tip is the highest tip on the stream.
Thank you for the... If you can believe it, thank you for the biggest contribution of this stream. A $4 tip. Okay. Once again, same old matchups.
And we have Otter. Phil's complaining the support is gone for Street Fighter 6. And he's just put a huge investment into the game. Even though, guys, a fan bought him that stick. But apparently he put a huge investment into the game. Just saying. No one asked you to do that other than yourself. People are already sick of it 6 months ago. Then we have this clip from Radical Jaws. Got a clip for you.
Don't want to fight this fucking wireless person. Why the fuck does it keep queuing up? And why the fuck did it even allow it? They should be like, you can't even do ranked with wireless. Yeah, seriously. They should be like, nah. Sorry. What you wired connection required for ranked. If you don't have it, I mean, buy a fucking internet cable. Like, what's your problem? No laggy people in their fucking upstairs bedroom. Half a house away from their Wi-Fi trying to fucking play this on rank. They should just deny it.
And now DSP is convinced if he can get up to 1700 MR, the game will play better for him because he won't be fighting pattern players. First off, Phil, you probably won't get up to that number. Second of all, the reason you're having trouble in the game is because of you, Phil. Not the fight stick, not the lag, not the inputs, not the other pattern players. It's you, Phil. You still don't get it. And then support was down the entire stream. And now DSP has a favor to ask you for. Spoilers, it's money.
Guys, you know, favor to ask. If you like the Street Fighter stuff, please support it today. Right now, we're at $9. Anything would be appreciated today. Super chats, memberships, or tips. My goal is $50 per stream. You know that. So please, if you can, tip today. And thank you for your support. The sooner we hit that, I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I can just, you know, focus on the gameplay. But yeah, it's bothering me right now because look where we are, right? So hopefully we can hit that sooner rather than later. Okay.
I love how he goes, you know the goal, guys, so give me some freaking money. Then second of all, he wants the money now, so he doesn't have to worry about it later. I believe there's a phrase for that, you know, instant gratification. There was a streamer that always rallied against people and ranted against them about how people are entitled and all they want is instant gratification. I wonder what streamer that was. And then the end of the night started coming around, and I know DSP, you know DSP, he cannot leave with the loss. He has to win to end the night. So DSP had the opportunity to finish up on a loss, but up 3 MR points. So he would have had his last match as a loss, but he would have been up on points. He said it was his last set 3 times and ended up losing and now down 20 MR. Your ego is your biggest detractor, Phil. Then are you ready for such a huge inspirational message that Phil has for people that start out in Street Fighter 6? I mean, this is going to bring a tear to your eyes, guys.
Why would you want to go through life like a cow, chewing cud with no consciousness of anything in your brain? Why would you want to do that? It's not fun. It doesn't mean anything. You won't win in an offline tournament ever with a flowchart. You can win online because online, you can't react fast enough to stop certain things and dropped inputs. So you have 2 things in your favor if you're playing an online flowchart, okay? If you're playing offline, flowcharts don't work. Ever, right? Ever. So you'll get nowhere at all in life. You'll just get a bunch of meaningless wins. You'll stay around 1,500 points, and all you do is piss people off who want to play the real game. Do yourself a favor right now. If you're a 1,500 point Cammy, and all you know is what you learned from fucking watching videos, don't play the game ever again. Just quit. Go do something else for your life. I mean it. Just don't waste time. If you're not going to actually care enough to get conscious effort for what the game should be, you know what I'm saying? Don't waste time on it. All you're going to do is piss everybody off, including me. We don't want to see that shit.
Then we have Poems Josh. The last match of the day suddenly turned into 5 more losing matches and a major cope / conspiracy ramble. Fuck your mother, I'm doing another one. Then remember the Jordan story? He was banned on the day stream. Well, guess what? He was in Raw Phil talking about possibly doing chargebacks on Phil for all the money he's ever given him, which would be glorious. And Phil had enough. He started ranting because just like Street Fighter 6, Stardew Valley had low support and people kept saying, oh, it's because Jordan's not here anymore. And this set DSP on a rant about Jordan and being gullible, talking to the detractors and how Jordan needs psychological help.
All right, well, this is a good opportunity to split the part. When I come back, we'll have another hour here of Stardew Valley. I hope that you guys are enjoying. I will see you soon. Okay, I have to pee. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to run and use the restroom. I'll be right back, and then we'll continue, guys. Now, guys, listen. Earlier today, I had an incredibly slow Street Fighter stream. I didn't even make 30 bucks. Here we are halfway through Stardew, and we're stacking up to have another incredibly slow stream. I don't know what's going on. These streams were doing well. People were liking them. People were supporting them. I didn't change. It's the content's still the same. It's good. I don't know what to tell you. If you could support tonight, I would really appreciate it. It would be great to not have an insanely bad day. So if you like the stream, please support it in some way. I'll be right back. All right. We ready to resume, guys? No, there's not. I love the excuses. Oh, I heard there's an internet outage across the country. That's probably why. No. No. That's not why. That's not why it's a slow day. There's no internet outage all day. Yes, I'm sure. That's, of course, what it is. No. No, I'll be honest. We started playing this, 3 weeks ago, a month ago? And I think it was something fresh and interesting and cool when I started playing it, right? And I still like it a lot. I'm enjoying. Now we're in the 3rd season. And it's still new stuff being added and stuff. But there was a few people who really liked it, who at first were coming by every stream supporting it, and they stopped. You got one person who sadly is a very impressionable, gullible person, gets messaged by one of my detractors, and immediately must feel special that someone's going out of their way to message them, believes every word the detractor says, and then literally says, I'm going to now do everything I can to, like, hurt Phil and his viewers and stuff. It's like, what? What is your problem? You're nuts. Like, if a detractor messages you and you change your entire attitude towards someone, literally because someone sent you a DM, you should probably seek medical help. Like, speak to a professional about that. if you're sitting here enjoying the content and we have a good rapport and we're hanging out and you like everything I'm doing, just because someone messaged you with a bunch of slanderous lies that you believe because you're gullible, like you should go seek professional help, you know? So I think that's what happened is there was a couple people who really liked this and they supported it at first, but, you know, they're not going to be here every time. And then there's one or two people who, sadly, a lot of people, you know, my detractors really want to try to create drama for me. So what they do is they go out of their way to try to make supporters not like me anymore. So first they try to essentially recruit them. And if they can't recruit them, then they harass them, dox them, and do other underhanded, awful things, you know? So I think that's what's happened, sadly, with the Stardew streams. If you remember, when we started playing this a month ago or whatever, these were my most supported streams I was doing. You remember that, right? I was making, like, tier 2 tips goals every night. These were, like, my big things while I was playing other games that weren't doing so well. This was actually supporting everything. Now it looks like it's completely flipped. And if that's the case, then I probably can't play Stardew that much anymore. Like, if we're going to have nights where I'm making $15 an entire night, then I have to play other games. We have to move on. Okay? So, let's see how it goes for the rest of tonight. Certainly, I hope it picks up. I don't know if it's going to. But if it doesn't, then we have to reevaluate. You know, we just have to. We have to start doing different things. Yeah, I know. It's sad because I hate to say it, I'm not doing anything. If you haven't noticed, I'm doing the same content. I'm hanging out with you guys. I'm having a good time. We're interacting. Other people's attitudes change because of outside factors that I don't control. The quality of the stream has not gone down. I haven't streamed less frequently. In fact, it's stayed, despite the fact that I have a lot of stressful things going on in my life right now, I've stayed consistent with the content I'm putting out. I've done my best. Yeah, there's been a few times when I had to shuffle things around, but I'm doing my absolute best to try to stay here and be here and put out the content that you guys have been asking for. And like I said, at first Stardew, everyone loved it. So what happened, right? How do you get such a flip where now it went from the most supported stream I was doing all week to this? And by the way, if you remember, I didn't take advantage of that either. Like when at first it was doing super well, I was like, now I could easily just play Stardew nonstop like every night, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to milk people for support just because it's doing well. We're going to have a balance, and that's what I did. Right? I had a nice imbalance over the course of the month, so that way it wasn't overload. It didn't feel like I was trying to take advantage of anyone, you know. I was trying to be fair, and, you know, I don't know. I guess being a nice person and trying to do the right thing always blows up in my face. Right? Maybe I should have just played this nonstop. Right? Since now, it looks like it's dying out. It sucks. I like this game. Don't get me wrong. I really like it. But just to forewarn everyone, yeah, I cannot have a game where every time I play it, I make 10, 15 bucks. You know? And that's why with Street Fighter, it's also looking like with Street Fighter, we've hit that point. So it looks like that might have to be phased out a bunch too and find other things to do. You know? And it sucks. I like Street Fighter, but I got to do things that are going to pay the bills. This isn't just my hobby. This is also my job. I have a family I'm trying to support. I have to be doing the right thing for everybody, you know? So Stardew was for a while, but now it looks like, sadly, things are changing, you know? And that's not good. I like the game, but this is why games get phased out and stuff. You know what I mean? This is exactly why. Okay. All right, let's continue. All right, so what are we doing? We got to do the... I'm trying to remember now. We're going to do the Magma Geodes today, right?
I love it how Phil says, I could have taken advantage of this. I could have milked it, but I didn't. But then says, I should have done it. What a scumbag. Then right after that, he takes out the Dumas hat, or dumbass hat. And why did he do that? Because in-game, they have the same hat. And he thought, if they could hit the tier 2 goal, he could wear it in real life and in the game. Wow, that's not greedy at all, Phil. Then Phil continues to fail in Stardew Valley, gets his hand held by chat, and now he's getting mad because he can't manage his time in the game because stores close before he gets there. You ready for this, guys? Apparently, DSP can't figure out how to use Minecraft in Stardew Valley. Yes, I'm serious. How is he this stupid?
Start giving Marty gifts so you can build a friendship with her. She has the mayor's shorts in her room. Don't forget you have the mine carts. You can easily travel to the farm using bus and the ore shop for town. Yeah, but I don't know how to do that. Like, I don't know where the minecarts go. Like, I don't know where to get on them. There's one next to... There's a minecart next to the bus. Where does that go? Right? Where does that go to the blacksmith? I never figured out where they go or how they work. So that's what I mean. I unlock them, but I don't understand them.
And of course, just like Street Fighter 6, very low support the whole stream. So guess what, guys? We have yet another bag.
I'm just gonna run and use the restroom. I'll be right back, and then we'll continue, guys. Now, guys, listen. Earlier today, I had an incredibly slow Street Fighter stream. I didn't even make 30 bucks. Here we are, halfway through Stardew, and we're stacking up to have another incredibly slow stream. I don't know what's going on. These streams were doing well. People were liking them. People were supporting them. I didn't change. It's the content still the same. It's good. I don't know what to tell you. If you could support tonight, I would really appreciate it. It would be great to not have an insanely bad day. So if you like the stream, please support it in some way. I'll be right back.
And then tonight, the mask was fully off. We got Poems Josh. Now he's upset nobody is having cheer wars or super chat wars. And telling people Stardew will have to go away if things don't pick up. Then this is the second time this has happened from Goat. DSP Ginbrain still can't remember to put bait in the crab pots after his freakout almost 10 days ago.
Nothing? Why did none of them have anything in? Nothing in them, so I guess that's no good. No one's really saying anything about the battery pack. I might just go try it myself. You have to put bait. You have to put bait in crab pots? You do? What kind of bait? Any bait? Like fishing, standard fishing bait? Oh, I had no idea. No one had told me that. I literally didn't know that, so I haven't put anything in it. Well, that's stupid. Damn it, man. Wish I had known that.
You hear that? It's your fault. You didn't tell me to do the thing in the game. How dare you? Then we have a quote from DSP here. Sadly, I'm not bilingual or multilingual. I only speak classic English language. Then we have a chat message. Dave's big fat wife. I was going to donate, but DSP only reminded me 19 times, and I need to be reminded 20 times. Which Piece of Peace wrote, yeah, basically. Then we get to the daily wrap. 16 minutes of asking the one question. Where's the money, dudes?
It makes it even more frustrating when this is my first stream of the week. And it's a dud, you know, when it comes to people. Usually you get more viewers, less viewers today. And support was pretty dead. So I don't know what to do to fix that. You know, like I want feedback. I don't know what you think I could do to fix it, if I even could. But yeah, it was pretty disheartening. And this is the first Stardew stream where we didn't even come close to hitting a tier 1 tips goal. Super chats, not even good. And 0 members. So we went from Stardew Valley being my most supported streams of the week. Like, no exaggeration. People were coming out in droves saying, wow, this is great. Phil's playing this. We've all loved it for 7-8 years. And now it's cool to see him finally play it. And it's faded away. And I don't know why. People haven't said the gameplay's bad. People haven't said my commentary's bad. People seem to like hanging out with me. So what happened? It's nothing that I've changed. Okay? And before someone said, oh, it was only one person, completely false. In fact, there was one person who was very supportive of this the first week. And they tipped a bunch, and they actually got into like a cheer war. And then they have been gone and haven't even attended a Stardew stream in like 2 to 3 weeks. So that's baloney. But it is, I don't know what to, I think you want my opinion. People like it, but the appeal of it being new is gone. People just think now it's just going to be a staple of the schedule no matter what. I still like it. I would like to keep it in the rotation, but I can't play it 2-3 times a week if I'm going to make, you know, 20 bucks all night. I just can't. I have to do things on my streams that are going to pay the bills. I can make a living. Today was not a very good day at all for that. Like I feel like today was very disheartening in that regard, and I need feedback on what to do. Should I reduce the amount I play Street Fighter? I moved Street Fighter to day streams so we can make more progress with Bison. Do I just move it back exclusively to night streams again? Do I now balance day streams as different games? Because we're going to finish Riven this week. So maybe I have a balance between Street Fighter and Stardew, and even maybe not Stardew, maybe only once a week I play Stardew, and we start something else at night that I balance with Street Fighter, and then the day streams could be other stuff. Tomorrow there will be something new, which we're going to talk about in a second. But I really need feedback right now. I'm nervous. I can't have all of a sudden, out of nowhere, all my support dry up because people are upset with the games or whatever. I didn't do anything. There's no drama going on. No one's upset with me as far as I know. So nothing's changed. Maybe it's just one bad day. And if that's the case, fine. But this is now 2 straight streams of Street Fighter that have been like this. Okay, so that's starting to now establish a pattern. And that's what makes me nervous. This is the first time this happened with Stardew. Is this going to continue to happen with Stardew? I don't know. So I would love feedback on what's going on. And if you have suggestions for improvement or suggestions of something to do different, let me know.
Okay, so let's look at how today went. Pre-stream, $1 from Anonymous. Street Fighter 6, $31. Keep in mind, $5 he didn't put on the leaderboard. We got $18 from Kenny, $6 from Anonymous, $4 from HH, $3 from Chocoboko. Then we get the Stardew Valley, $26, $15 from Anonymous, $5 from Okie Dokie, which is Kirk, $2 from Grimace, which is Kirk, and $4 from Mr. Puffy Nipples. So the entire day, he made $58 in tips. If he would have worked 8 hours minimum wage shift, he would have made $160 in tips, could have streamed at nighttime, got the super chats and memberships. So today's difference for tips is a loss of $102. Then I'll put this question out. King Be Cruel, 1 Minute Man, BITW Awesome, Jordan, all left this year. Who could be next? If you guys like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards, and as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.